Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets of our shared human experience. Today, we find ourselves in the cradle of artistic and intellectual revolution as we delve into the fascinating tale of the Renaissance in Florence. This cultural and philosophical awakening, which would go on to shape the very fabric of Western civilization, has its roots in the fertile soil of 14th century Italy. As we wander through the cobblestone streets of Florence, surrounded by the majestic Duomo and the tranquil Arno River, we are transported to a world where creativity and innovation knew no bounds. The year is 1290, and the city is abuzz with the sound of chisels striking marble, as skilled artisans like Cimabue and Giotto begin to push the boundaries of artistic expression. It is in this period that we see the emergence of a new style, one that would eventually come to be known as the Italian Gothic, characterized by its use of light, color, and intricate detail. We find ourselves in the midst of a thriving mercantile community, where wealthy merchants like the Medici family are amassing fortunes through their trade connections with the East. The Medici, in particular, would play a pivotal role in the development of the Renaissance in Florence, as they would later become instrumental patrons of the arts, supporting visionary artists and thinkers. As we explore the historical context of this era, we notice that the city of Florence is undergoing a period of significant transformation. The University of Florence, founded in 1321, becomes a hub for scholarly inquiry, attracting minds from across Europe who are eager to engage with the latest ideas in philosophy, theology, and the arts. Meanwhile, the rise of wealthy merchant families creates a lucrative market for artistic commissions, further fueling the innovation that characterizes this era. Key figures like Dante Alighieri, Petrarch, and Boccaccio are beginning to make their mark on the literary scene, laying the groundwork for the humanist movement that would soon sweep through Italy. Their emphasis on classical learning, individualism, and intellectual curiosity sets the stage for the explosion of creative genius that is to come. In this formative period, we also witness the establishment of institutions that would nurture the growth of Renaissance thought. The Accademia Fiorentina, founded in 1329, becomes a center for intellectual discussion and debate, where scholars and artists can gather to share their ideas and learn from one another. The city's strategic location, at the heart of Italy, facilitates the exchange of ideas and goods, while its political instability paradoxically fosters a climate of creative freedom, allowing artists and thinkers to experiment and innovate without the constraints of rigid traditionalism. As we delve deeper into the origins of the Renaissance in Florence, it becomes clear that this period is marked by an extraordinary convergence of artistic, intellectual, and economic factors. The seeds sown in this formative era, the emphasis on classical learning, the patronage of the arts, and the pursuit of humanistic ideals, will soon sprout into a cultural and artistic flowering that will illuminate not just Florence but all of Europe. As we near the end of our exploration of the earliest history of the Renaissance in Florence, we find ourselves poised on the threshold of a new era, one that would be marked by unprecedented creativity, innovation, and intellectual fervor. The stage is set for the emergence of towering figures like Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Botticelli, who would leave an indelible mark on the world, and the city of Florence would become a beacon of artistic and cultural excellence, shining brightly for generations to come. Join me next, as we step into the midst of this remarkable era, where the boundaries of art, science, and human potential are pushed to new heights, and the very fabric of Western civilization is forever transformed. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the fascinating tale of the Renaissance in Florence. We now find ourselves in the midst of a cultural and artistic explosion, where creativity and innovation knew no bounds. The 15th century has dawned, and the city is ablaze with the genius of visionaries like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Sandro Botticelli. As we stroll along the Arno River, we are surrounded by the majestic architecture of Filippo Brunelleschi, whose innovative designs have redefined the urban landscape of Florence. The Duomo, with its terracotta tile dome, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and artistic expression of this era. We witness the emergence of a new style, one that blends classical ideals with modern techniques, giving birth to the Renaissance humanist movement. The Medici family, now firmly established as the dominant force in Florentine politics and commerce, continues to patronize the arts, fostering an environment where artists and thinkers can flourish. Their support enables visionaries like Leonardo and Michelangelo to push the boundaries of artistic expression, experimenting with new techniques and mediums. The result is a proliferation of masterpieces that will be revered for centuries to come. We find ourselves in the midst of a thriving intellectual community, where scholars and philosophers like Marsilio Ficino and Pico della Mirandola are redefining the boundaries of human knowledge. The Platonic Academy, founded by Ficino, becomes a hub for philosophical discussion and debate, attracting minds from across Europe who are eager to engage with the latest ideas in philosophy, theology, and the arts. The art of printing, introduced by Johannes Gutenberg, has revolutionized the dissemination of knowledge, making it possible for ideas to spread rapidly across the continent. This technological innovation has a profound impact on the development of Renaissance thought, enabling scholars to access and build upon the works of ancient Greeks and Romans. As we delve deeper into this remarkable era, we witness the emergence of towering figures who will leave an indelible mark on the world. Leonardo da Vinci, the quintessential Renaissance man, is making groundbreaking discoveries in anatomy, engineering, and mathematics, while creating some of the most iconic works of art in human history. Michelangelo, meanwhile, is pushing the boundaries of sculpture and painting, his masterpieces inspiring awe and wonder in all who behold them. The city of Florence has become a magnet for talent, attracting artists, thinkers, and innovators from across Italy and beyond. The atmosphere is electric, with creativity and innovation hanging in the air like the scent of blooming flowers. It is an era of unparalleled artistic and intellectual ferment, where the boundaries of human potential are being pushed to new heights. As we near the end of our exploration of this remarkable era, we find ourselves poised on the threshold of a new chapter in the story of the Renaissance in Florence. The seeds sown in this period, the emphasis on classical learning, the patronage of the arts, and the pursuit of humanistic ideals, have borne fruit, giving rise to a cultural and artistic flowering that will illuminate not just Florence, but all of Europe. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we conclude our journey through the fascinating tale of the Renaissance in Florence. We now find ourselves in the midst of a gradual decline, where the cultural and artistic explosion that once defined this great city begins to wane. The 16th century has dawned, and the Medici dynasty, which had long been the dominant force in Florentine politics and commerce, is slowly losing its grip on power. As we stroll along the Arno River, we notice a change in the atmosphere. The once electric air of creativity and innovation has begun to dissipate, replaced by a sense of uncertainty and decline. The Duomo, once a symbol of the city's artistic and architectural prowess, now stands as a reminder of a bygone era. We witness the emergence of new artistic and cultural centers, such as Rome and Venice, which are beginning to eclipse Florence as the epicenter of Renaissance culture. The death of Lorenzo de' Medici in 1492 marked the beginning of the end of the Medici dynasty's dominance over Florence. The subsequent rise of Girolamo Savonarola, a fiery Dominican friar who preached against the excesses of the Medicis and the Catholic Church, further destabilized the city. The execution of Savonarola in 1498 did little to quell the unrest, and the city was plunged into a period of political turmoil. Despite this decline, the legacy of the Renaissance in Florence continued to shape Western civilization. The art of printing, which had been introduced by Johannes Gutenberg, ensured that the ideas and discoveries of the Renaissance would spread far and wide. The works of Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and other towering figures of the era remained an inspiration to artists, thinkers, and innovators for centuries to come. As we look back on this remarkable era, we are reminded of the words of the great historian, Jacob Burckhardt, who wrote that the Renaissance was a time when the human spirit began to assert its claim to be something more than a mere appendage to the divine. The Renaissance in Florence may have declined, but its impact on Western civilization remains unparalleled. It gave birth to a new era of artistic and intellectual ferment, one that continues to shape our world today. In conclusion, the story of the Renaissance in Florence is one of unparalleled creativity, innovation, and intellectual fervor. From its humble beginnings in the 14th century to its glorious climax in the 15th, this remarkable era left an indelible mark on Western civilization. As we bid farewell to this fascinating tale, we are reminded that the legacy of the Renaissance in Florence continues to inspire, educate, and captivate us to this day. Join me next time on History with Herodotus, as we embark on a new journey through the annals of history, exploring the people, places, and events that have shaped our world. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.